Well, it isn't regulation height, Corey, but then again, neither are you or Earl J.
Do you like Earl J. Wagadorn?
Sure. I never met a freckle-faced kid I didn't like.
Would you care a lot if I didn't let him play with us?
What's the matter? You mad at him?
No.
Was he mad at you?
No, but he will be when I tell him he can't play with us.
I thought he was your buddy.
He is.
But you don't want to play with him.
I want to play with him, but I just don't want us to play with him.
What's the matter? You think I cheat?
Oh, no, Jimmy. It's just not fair for my mom to pay you and somebody else's little boy to use you.
Well, Earl J's pretty small. He doesn't really use very much.
It's still not fair. He's got a daddy to play with.
Yeah, well, that's true, Corey.
Wow, it's at it for high.
Yeah, that's a great-looking ball.
It's brand new and it's from my dad, and it's stolen property.
Well, now, don't tell me policemen steal basketballs.
Of course not. My dad bought it at the police station from the unclaimed property department.
Well,
Jimmy, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but ironing is way above and beyond the call of your duty.
I know. I'm just trying to make up for last week.
Oh, forget it. You're doing just fine.
As good as Aunt Rita did?
Better, but don't tell her I said so.
Mrs. Baker, would you be offended if I asked you a personal question?
Well, that's hard to say. It depends on the question.
Well, what I want to know was, do you ever intend to remarry?
Yes. If I ever meet a man I can love, one that Corey can respect.
Well, I hope you meet him soon. Corey really needs a father.
Yes, I know. That isn't necessary.
I don't mind.
But, Jimmy,
I just want to get points ahead in case I goof on something else.
That's the wrong way to do it. Those are drip-dry, no-iron shirts.
You caught me.
You're obeying an unwritten law, you know. It is impossible for man, woman, or child to pass an unused basketball and hoop without at least taking one shot.
It's like peanuts. Nobody can stop it, just one.
Well, let's see your form.
The form is good. It's the eye that needs work.
I'm sure Jimmy will be glad to work with you.
That kid is such a gem. Since he's had the kids in training, Earl is eating better, sleeping better, and once in a while he even does what he's told.
I have to admit, for once I got lucky.
Is handling the problem any problem?
What problem is that?
You're kidding. You didn't know you had a problem?
No.
Well, I guess it is really Jimmy's problem, but he'll catch up to you soon enough.
What are you talking about?
I thought sure you knew. I mean, even Lenny spotted it.
Well, if it's serious, Marie, I hope you tell me soon so that I can do something about it.
Jimmy has a tremendous crush on you.
Crush on me? I'm old enough to be his older sister. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
If you think so, just take a good look at the way Jimmy looks. The next time he looks at you with that look.
All right. I'll look into it.
It's for you, Mrs. Baker.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I thought maybe it'd help brighten up your office. It's a Tropicana.
I know. And that's Mr. Cooper's most cherished bush.
He told me that after he caught me swiping it.
I hope he wasn't too angry.
No, not after I promised to teach him how to do a layup.
A layup? At his age, if Saul Cooper isn't careful, he'll be doing a layout. I've got to run. It's getting late.
Mrs. Baker?
Yes?
I've been meaning to ask you something. Now that we know each other better, would it be okay if I called you Julia?
I guess that's all right, Jimmy. I'll see you tonight, Corey.
Okay, Mom.
Goodbye, Julia.
Morning, Julia. You're early.
Oh, no, Hannah, you're late.
I prefer my version. My, that's beautiful. A Saul Cooper Tropicana?
The rose, not the vase.
Wonder why the Almighty decided thorns should come with roses.
Thorns aren't the only thing that came with this one. I received it as part of a pass.
Ha! Sal Cooper has more life in him than I thought.
Not Mr. Cooper, Mr. James.
Your collegiate mother's helper?
It's unnerving. Hannah, he's only a boy.
Honey, when you get to be my age, you'll realize it doesn't matter who's making the passes as long as they keep coming. Clinic Baker.
Oh, hi, Rita. No, I can't today. I brought my lunch. Well, all right, if it's really important. The Japanese restaurant? Yeah, I'll meet you there. Rita, you mentioned something really important.
Yes, honey, but not more important than lunch.
Well, I have to start back in exactly 3 minutes.
Well, it's Jimmy. For the past week or so, his behavior has been purely puzzling.
Huh?
His folks are worried, and so am I. That boy eats like a horse normally, but lately he doesn't even pick. The food just lays there.
Maybe he's in training.
No, he has a problem, but we don't know what it is. Has he confided in you by any chance?
Not as yet, he hasn't, no. But, oh, I wouldn't worry about it if I were you, Rita.
I hope you're right. He's such a good boy. I would hate to see him get messed up, you know, with the law or some older woman.
Oh, I'm sure that won't happen, Rita. I mean, I'd forget about that if I were you. Listen, I have got to run.
If Jimmy should confide in you, you let me know here.
Will do. Bye now.
Say, I hope you didn't mind my dropping by like this, Julia.
Heck no, we like Tutti Frutti ice cream.
I thought it'd be kind of nice to celebrate my first month on the job.
It was very sweet of you. But there's an old saying, beware of babysitters bearing tutti frutti.
There's another old saying I like, never trust an old saying.
Boy, this is fun. We're just like a real family.
And bedtime comes real early. Now, off you go. Scoot. I'll tuck you in.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good night, Tiger.
Good night, Jimmy. Boy, when I get big, I'm gonna stay up until midnight every day.
Julia, may I talk to you a minute?
What is it, Jimmy? I've only got a minute. I have some things to do.
Oh, it won't take long. I'm sure you know I think Corey is a groovy little guy.
The Admiration Society is mutual, Coach.
What he needs more than a coach is a father. And, well, I'd like to volunteer for the job.
Are you saying...
I love you. I love you, Julia, and I want you to be my wife.
Oh, dear Jimmy. Jimmy, I
don't expect an answer right away. Tomorrow and the next day will be fine.
Jimmy,
I know you're old enough to be my...
Your aunt. Yes.
Please, Julia, don't say anything. Just think about it.
Oh, He's a calf-eyed, moonstruck teenager.
Oh, I know that. I'm happy for you on general principle. A proposal is a proposal. Don't knock it.
Down, Yarby. Let's keep your warped philosophy out of this.
I'm serious. A proposal of marriage is a red-letter day in any woman's life, no matter what the source. The last time it happened to me, the man was going under ether.
And after the operation, he denied everything.
How did you know that?
I performed the operation. Have you decided how you're going to tell him no?
No.
That's the best way. A nice, clean shot.
I meant no. I haven't decided how I'm going to tell him no.
Oh,
I'll tell you if you'll stop thinking like a woman for a minute.
sorry, but that's the way I'm built.
Now consider Jimmy James. He is young, he's in love, and he's vulnerable. He doesn't know it yet, but very few men ever get the first woman they love. And yet, that encounter affects every relationship after it.
I'm aware of that, Doctor. But how can I say no gently enough?
You can't.
Oh, he's been such a big help.
Ideally, you should get the boy to say no. Then he won't be hurt, and you won't either.
Of course. That's brilliant. How do I do it?
Well, I wish I could tell you. I've just run out of my limited supply of brilliance.
Rita, I'm so sorry I'm late.
That's all right. Girl, if you know what's bothering Jimmy, let's hear it.
Oh, I don't want to do that to you on an empty stomach. Let's order first, and I'll tell you after we eat.
If it's that bad, honey, I won't be able to keep anything down.
All right. Jimmy's problem is me.
You didn't fire him again.
No, and my problem is Jimmy. That boy thinks he's in love with me.
He thinks he's what?
Oh, don't flip yet. There's more.
Oh, that can't be.
But there is. He wants me to marry him.
Am I ever glad we didn't eat first?
Oh, Rita, what am I gonna do?
Do? You're not seriously considering. Well, of course not. Jimmy must really have it bad. Ordinarily, he's such a practical, level-headed kid.
Oh, I don't want to hurt him, Rita. The perfect way out of this is for him to change his mind. But how do I get him to do that?
Beats me. You've never met such a purely stubborn boy.
What I ought to do is accept and scare him to death.
Girl, that really would make him change his mind.
Oh, hi, Mr. Waggadon.
Hi, Coach. I guess congratulations are in order.
Oh, I don't know. The kids are playing pretty good, but they still need a lot of work on the rules.
That isn't what I meant. Incidentally, it might be a lot easier if you started calling me Marie.
Marie, Mrs. Waggadon?
Yes, I assume we're going to be neighbors. And I know Julia will make you a wonderful wife.
Are you sure?
That's probably enough.
I mean, Julia told you?
But I thought you knew. Oh, I'm so sorry. All Julia said was to be sure not to tell Corey till after all the details were settled. You know how excited he gets.
Yes, I know.
I've been working on the guest list, Jimmy, and on my side alone it's going to be close to 100. Any idea how many you'll have coming?
I hadn't really given it much thought. Julia, somehow a big church wedding never entered my mind.
Oh, I know it's a cliche, but I've always wanted one. You know, Walter and I were married by his army chaplain, and Jimmy, I do hope you don't mind.
Oh, no, Julia. Not if that's what you really want.
Good. Then you'll give me your list soon. Oh, it's going to cost a fortune alone in invitations. And wait till you see the gown I have picked out.
Have you told him at your job yet?
I thought I'd do that when I give my notice.
You're gonna quit?
Don't you think it's best? That way, not only will Corey have a father, but he'll also have a full-time mother.
Oh, I guess you're right. And with a family to support, I suppose I'd better get a full-time job.
And give up coaching?
I just have to go to night school. It'll take longer, but I can get my degree eventually.
Jimmy, you willing to do that for me?
Sure. I love you. Julia, be honest with me. You love me.
In my own way, I do, Jimmy. But my way isn't your way.
The way isn't important if the feeling is there.
Listen, Jimmy.
Now, you set the date, honey. I've got a kid to tutor, but I'll be back later on tonight, and we can iron out all the details.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jimmy. Come in, Jimmy. I'll be right out.
Don't make it easy on both of you and me. That's not the important thing. I don't want you to think that there's another woman.
Do you like it?
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
It should be, but what it's going to cost.
Boy, do I feel like a first-class jerk.
Why?
I came to say I think getting married is a mistake, Julia. But after seeing you in that wedding gown, I know I was wrong.
Oh, Jimmy, forget the dress. I can return it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't hurt you for the world.
You may be hurting me more by not telling me why you thought getting married was a mistake.
Well, first, there's the difference in our ages. It's not important now, but in 30 years.
Oh, that's right. In 30 years, you'll be 49 and I'll be, older.
And then I couldn't support you and Corey at anywhere near your present level.
That's right.
And if I had to give up college, I know I'd be miserable to live with.
Oh, you're right.
But seeing you in that wedding dress.
You're wrong. You were right.
But I love you, Julia.
Jimmy, you've got a crush on me, and that's all.
No, it's more than that.
Yes, you're a very sensitive young man, and you sympathize with Corey's need for a father. But when real love comes along, you won't even remember my name.
That's not true, Julia. I'll always remember you.
And I'll always remember you, Jimmy, with great affection.
I guess maybe under the circumstances, I better give up the mother's helper's job.
It would probably be more comfortable for us both.
Goodbye, Mrs. Baker.
Goodbye, Mr. James. What happened to it?
The air went out.
I mean, how did it happen?
Mr. Cooper was teaching us how to do a layup, and it landed in the rose bush. And Mr. Cooper landed on top of it. That's when the air went out.
I see. Is Mr. Cooper all right?
I guess so. He's still in the rose bush.
Oh.